Yo, it's your boy Marked Up. I'm back at it again, day 317. You know, I got a lot going on, man. So much going on, man. And I'm feeling good. I'm excited for my future. Like I was talking in the last video before I had to take that call. You know, I was told we never turn down the opportunity to be of service unless we have a previous, commitment. And I've learned that balance in this program is I can't take every commitment, every speaker engagement, every H&I, everything, especially because I got little boys that need me. I need a balance between work, family, recovery, and personal me time. But one way of me being of service is to take a phone call. And if I'm making a video, I can take a phone call. And I will take the phone call because you never know. I might save a life, just like someone saved mine. When I got back from treatment, there was a bottle in my freezer. And I opened that freezer and I wanted to drink it. But as I opened that freezer, my spiritual advisor, my old sponsor, he sent me his gratitude list. So I called him. He answered. Told me to call 3 to 5 members. I called 3 of them. I called 5, 2 didn't answer, but I called 3 of them, they answered. And he had told me to call him. My sponsor at that time, my spiritual advisor, told me to call him back. After talking to those 3 men, I totally forgot about everything. And then by the time I talked to my advisor in Florida, he said, "What happened? You didn't call me back?" I said, "Yo, my bad, I forgot. I got caught up. Helping others gets me out of my own head. Last night I did that, and I will not mind be done." But I was talking about the fellowship afterwards. Maybe that was a sign of God for me not to get into it, because we talked about religion, and we were all open. The craziest thing, you put a bunch of us together, it sounds like we arguing sometimes. A lot of the time, it sounds like we fighting and stuff. I calmly just raised my hand, and I said, when it's my turn to speak, I'm going to speak. And I said what I had to say. I'm not going to get into this because it was religious. And listen, I'm not knocking nobody's religion, right? Not at all. Especially if it brings you to your spiritual, your higher power, whatever that may be. For me, and this is only me, let me state this very clearly. This is me, myself, and I, Mark W., my personal view on religion and spirituality. I am a spiritual being. I am a spiritual man, a spiritual creature. I am not religious, and I'm not knocking you on. To me, all religion is, they're different nicknames for my higher power. That's it. I take the good from each religion and I leave the rest, okay? And you'll never see me push any religion on anybody. I'm not trying to convert anybody. I'm a spiritual being having spiritual experiences and spiritual awakenings, working these 12 steps in this program. That's it. That's what I am. That's what I, at this point in my life, feel. And religion, if it works for you, great. I will no longer say I hate religion, because when I came into this program, I did. I just dislike it. And I'll give you a few reasons why me, myself, and I dislike religion. The Ethiopian Bible is the only Bible that has not been corrupted. It's the only nation in Africa that has never been conquered, so therefore their Bible could never be corrupted. The Dead Sea Scrolls align with the Ethiopian Bible. The Bible I had to study in CCD did not. Well, let me say it did not. It was stories from that Bible taken out. There were stories that were altered. For me, once again, when it comes to religion, for me, and I got to emphasize me, and I was forced to go to religion, so that has something to do with it. But I saw a lot of manipulation in religion for power. I saw a lot of death in religion for power. I saw a lot of man's hand, and I've always tried to play God when I was in active use. But now that I give my will over to God, as I choose him, as I understand him, a spiritual being, that's not what my God wants. My God doesn't want us to fight over it. My God doesn't want us to kill over it. My God is a loving, caring God. He puts me in experiences, in situations, not for me to look at it as a problem, but one way is to look at it as I can use this to help somebody else. Sometimes he does it so I can get grounded in humility and gratitude. But I always know that if it's not meant to be, it's because it's not meant to be. And when it's meant to be, it will be. Because God does that for me. See, my God, he doesn't take things away that I want. He brings things that I could never imagine I have. And that's like this 317 days. You know, there's promises in the book I read. They're not called what ifs or maybes. They're promises. And after you do the 9th step, we have the 9th step promises. Before we are halfway done, we will know. You need to read it if you haven't read it. And this is a program like, we talked about this yesterday, right? So, for me again, if you're not an alcoholic, you're not going to understand the disease. You're not going to understand the phenomenon of craving, the mental obsession, the physical allergy, and the spiritual malady. You just can't understand. Just like if you have severe PTSD, the way my mind thinks, you'll never understand that unless you have it also, right? And it's trying to explain it to somebody, and you just can't do it. When I tried to explain to my mother the phenomenon of craving, the alcoholic mind, she just doesn't get it because she's not a real alcoholic. At times she was a moderate drinker and a hard drinker, maybe, but she never crossed that threshold. I have. I am a progressive alcoholic. I used to be a normie. I could have a beer or two and be fine. But as life went on, something changed and I crossed that line. If I have one drink today, it will trigger the phenomena of craving. And I'm off to the races, man. And it's not good for nobody. See, a couple of weeks ago, I thought if I drank, I would die. I will die, but not the death that I thought. Only God knows when and where and how I'm gonna die. And the way I see it is if I go and I have a drink, he might not take me out right then and there. He might make me suffer another 10, 15 years or worse. He might have me drive this car, hit somebody, and kill them. And I couldn't live with that. I could not live with that. Or worse, I'd be out there so long that I'd want to take my own life. And I could never do that. That thought crossed my mind twice in my entire life. When I got shot and I lost football. And later on in life, and both times, I'm going to tell you the truth. The first time, I had envisioned me in the casket looking up and my mother looking down at me and saying, what did I do wrong? The second time, I thought about everyone in my life that ever cared about me saying, why did he do this? To me, it is the most selfish thing I could do, taking my life, especially now that I got 2 little boys and I get a chance to be the father I never had. Man, this is all over the place, and I had to get that off my chest because it's a selfish act. You gotta think about the people around you. If you ever feel like you got those thoughts, man, please, before you act upon them, pick up the phone. You might not know me, but you could call me. You could reach out to me. There's tip lines you could call somebody. And just keeping the consideration that you're gonna hurt a lot of people if you do that, man. You're gonna hurt me. And I'm gonna question why. And these emotions run wild in me right now. They're not running riot. But the feelings I'm feeling, they're wild feelings, man. And I gotta pause. I gotta pray. I gotta process. Then I can proceed. But until I do that, I can't. Because I'll react. And I can't react no more. I gotta respond. Gotta remain honest, open-minded, and willing. And most of all, I gotta remain teachable. I pray to God that He keeps me teachable. I pray to God that He puts someone in my life that I can help today. I pray to God that I will not lose my trust in God. I pray to God that I make this decision to give you my thoughts and my actions so you can guide them and direct them. Because when I'm left alone with my own thoughts and my own action, my will and my life, I try to take control. My lower self tries to step back in. My ego, my pride, they want the show. They want to be the all-star of the game. My pride and my ego been sitting on the bench with my disease. But my disease is doing push-ups, doing sit-ups. It's working out hard to get back. And it's going to come back with full force of revenge because it's pissed off at me for doing this. And I'm cool with that. You know what? I know you're there. And I know there's going to be some real trying times. I do know that. See, I got to get this all off my chest. This video helps me more than you could ever imagine. I left a great meeting this morning on fire. We did tradition 4, a short tradition. The whole room. What I love about my group too is we all read the paragraph, we go around the room. But this tradition was short, and they ended on me reading the long form. And then we talked about it. Tradition 4 is where Rule 62 pops out. Don't take yourself too damn serious. And when I hear that, that triggers me to think, you're not perfect, dude. Don't try to be perfect. Just try to do it the best you can. See? 61 rules before 62. But rule 62, don't take yourself too damn serious. I'm not God. And I say it all the time. I think God gave me free will to see if I'll give my will back to Him. Thy will, not mine, be done. And I also believe that God doesn't want me to be sinless. Because if I was sinless, I'd be God. I think He just wants me to sin less. And each day, I pray that I can sin less than the day before. Because I know I'm not perfect. And I also know I can't beat myself up. Because I used to do that all the time. Didn't get something right, beat myself up. Tell myself I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy. Today I said, at least I tried my best. And tomorrow's a new day, I could try it again. If I can't try it again today, tomorrow's a new day. But you know what? I can always pause and stop and start my day over again. So I could try it again. Sometimes I get aggravated and I tell my kid this and I got to do it myself. Just take a step back. Take a quick break. Take a breather. Come back at it with a different perspective, a different angle. See what happens. You know? Anyway, I'm at 13, almost 14 minutes. This is almost a damn share in one of my meetings, man. One of these speaker engagements. But, hey, listen. Nobody told you this today. You stuck around this long. You need to hear this today. You're worthy, man. You're loved, man. You might not see it yet, but keep coming back. Let us love you till you can love yourself. Let us show you there's a better way. Stick with the winners. You want what we have, you'll do what we do, and that means taking the actions to do it. So let me tell you a second time if nobody told you this today. I love you, man, and I need you. This helps me so much. Working with another alcoholic and working with another person in general helps me so much. So it's your boy Mark Dub. I love you. I need you. Reach out to me if you need me. Like I said, I'm here to help. I'm here to give back what was so freely given to me. Thank you, and I'm out. Peace.